Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 97 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out a makeup tool. So I have this beauty sponge that I got at the dollar store. This is the packaging that it came in, and I took it out of the packaging before starting this video because I wanted to dampen it, and it did not really work to dampen it. When I wet my beauty blender, it gets so much bigger and it absorbs a lot of the water. With this, I tried to get it to absorb the water, but it did not, and it did not get any bigger. I can actually show you, it fits perfectly back into the packaging. And I'm pretty sure when it comes to beauty sponges, the whole point is to dampen them so then they absorb less of the product. I've tried other beauty sponges in the past and they were no good compared to the beauty blender, but I saw this at the dollar store and I figured it doesn't hurt to try it. It cost $1, whereas the beauty blender cost $20. So if this can do what the beauty blender does and I can save a lot of money, then that'd be pretty impressive, because I've been using my beauty blender for the past 5 months and I love it, but it's starting to rip and it doesn't seem like it's gonna last much longer, and I don't really want to spend another $20 on a beauty sponge, so I'm looking for alternatives. If you have any suggestions for beauty sponges that are really good but not as expensive as the beauty blender, leave a comment down below. So this feels a lot more dense than the beauty blender. As I was squishing it, I was like, this feels like an eraser. And erasers are pretty hard. And so this is not as soft as the beauty blender that I'm used to. But I did try and dampen it. We'll see how it does. I'm gonna apply a foundation that I know blends well with a beauty sponge. So this is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation, which I tried in one of my earlier trying a new makeup product everyday videos, so I can link that up above. When I usually apply this with the beauty blender, I take 1.5 pumps to the back of my hand, so that's what I'll do. Okay, so my foundation is blended in using this dollar store Sassy Chic Blender Sponge, and I almost don't even want to admit it, but it worked pretty nicely. My foundation looks well blended, it looks smooth, and it really kind of looks the same as it does after I apply it with the beauty blender. I will say that I think that this sponge absorbed more product into it. Like, you can see how much is on this on the sponge right now. So it absorbed more of the product than the beauty blender does, but I was still able to get the full face covered pretty nicely using the same amount of product, just like the 1.5 to 2 pumps on the back of my hand. This is a slightly different shape than the beauty blender, but I still feel like it was just as easy to get into the crevices of my face. It just more kind of has this little, maybe a little handle at the end. I don't really understand the shape of it, but it was fine. I guess I'm happy to know that I can use this and not spend another $20 on the beauty blender, but I do love the beauty blender so much. So this would just kind of take a little bit of getting used to. It's definitely harder. Like, I'm hitting my face harder as I'm trying to blend it in, whereas with the beauty blender it's a lot softer, so as I'm going around my nose and under my eyes I have to be more gentle, more careful that I'm not hitting myself too hard and damaging my face. but I really didn't have any issues with it like moving the product around. It blended the product in very nicely, and that the problem with like rubbing the product away is an issue that I had with other sponges. So I think even though it doesn't get any bigger when you dampen this sponge, it does help to dampen it the best that you can. Just wet it and wring out the water as much as possible, and that helps to really blend the foundation, the liquid foundation. And it's definitely something I would continue to use once I'm no longer able to use my beauty blender. So I can definitely say that day 97 of trying a new makeup product every day was a success, and I was not expecting this to be such a good product and performed so nicely. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.